Take one. Welcome to my channel, Thoughts of the Young Icon, with me, your boy Sam, coming in all the way from Malawi. Thoughts of the Young Icon, sharing wisdom from Africa. Well, no, let me not say Africa, because Africa is a big continent, but all the way from Malawi. And here with me, Sam. I'm an author, I'm a writer, I'm a poet, I'm a philosopher. And to make money, I sell real estate. You know, where we're from, it's impossible to just be a philosopher and a poet and survive on that. So you need something else to make the bread. But I'm about to change that. Alright, so let's get to it. This is my channel. I've come up with this channel because I want to share wisdom with the world. I feel there's so much to share, so many interesting people here to meet, so many interesting things to discuss that the world just doesn't know. I'll give you an example of myself. You know, I've had this idea of this channel for quite some time now. In fact, it first came to me a couple of years ago, and I've been procrastinating, putting it in the back, thinking that one day I'll do it, but one day never came. It wasn't until just a couple of weeks ago I went to a seminar of sorts, and one of the speakers, you know, he basically told us that start. You know, when you have an idea, the first step you must do is just start. So here I am today, starting. I had so many versions which I wanted to try to start, but I'm just here with my camera and a tripod. Hopefully this takes off. If you've listened this far, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, for there's going to be a lot of content that I'm going to be putting out. I'm going to have a lot of interesting people who I'm going to have with me here on the channel. We're going to have some interesting discussions about here in Malawi and the world at large. You know, the world has become one global village, and I feel as though we speak one global language, and there's always something that we can learn from everyone and anyone. That's something I was taught as a young boy. So yeah, let's get to it. I think today, being the first episode, it's only right that I kind of discuss this issue of starting, you know, because I had trouble with it. I'm pretty sure you as a viewer or someone who's tuned in right now, you're probably thinking to yourself, I also from time to time have trouble starting. You see, starting is a tricky thing. Once you get an idea, many times in your own mind you start to question whether that idea is valid, whether that idea is worth pursuing. And that's okay. You know, you need to question each idea which comes to your mind, but at the same time, what I've learned is that practice or execution, that's what teaches us whether an idea was valid or worth executing. I recently wrote a book. It's coming out very soon. Be on the lookout. The title is First Class Citizen of a Third World Country. Yeah, I know, catchy. But yeah, basically, I never thought that I'd ever be an author. I never pictured myself as someone to write a book. Funny story is, you know, throughout my primary school, high school, and even college, my time in college, my weakest subject was always English language. So for Sam to write a book, that's crazy. I'm pretty sure my English teachers are gonna watch that keenly to see if it'll be worth the read, but I assure you, it's definitely worth the read. But yeah, all I needed to do was to start. I remember the first day I sat by my laptop and I wrote the title, because the title was the first thing that came to me. And so there I am, I have a title, but I don't have a story to tell. I have no idea what first class citizen with third world country actually means. And that was the genesis. I put introduction, wrote down the chapters, and in my mind I just began to, you know, envision what this book could mean, what this book could tell to the world, because books tell stories to the world. You know, books are a way of us putting down history, us putting down ideas, us letting the world know of a world that sometimes is and sometimes could be something that we imagine. And so that's how I went about it. Step by step, I started writing down the intro. I went into the chapters, and I think it took about No, honestly, no, 14 months. It was a process. It took a while. I'd have moments where I'd be inspired fully, and I'd write, chapters on end, and I'd have times when I would stop, with nothing, writer's block. I don't know if it's a real thing, but yeah, I wanna say it's a real thing because there were times when the ideas just weren't rolling the way that they were before. But I kept at it. I kept at it, and I got my wife involved. She'd tell me keep at it, and eventually I got the book done, and it's with the publishers, and it's coming out very soon. And why do I share that story? I share that story because for me, writing a book was something of a mountain. It was something that I could not envision myself doing, especially with all that my teachers told me. I'm mathematically gifted, I'm good at many things, but English language was not one. And yet here I am with my book, and I assure you it's a good book. I've had a few people read it, and I hear good things. So you may be there watching this video with something in your heart, something that you've been putting aside for a long time. And I just want to tell you that if I can do it, you can do it. And it could be that one thing which everyone tells you you're not good at, that one thing which no one believes you in. And in fact, it could be something where you have results that, contrary to what most people would call good. For example, getting a D in English class. But that shouldn't stop you. Pursue that dream, pursue it relentlessly, give it your effort, study, look into what other people who have achieved that dream have done, and I believe in you. I think that you can do whatever you set your heart to do. So this is only my first video, episode 1, start. Remember, start. And if you liked what I had to say, watch out for videos which are to come. I'm gonna make it a point to post at least one video a day. I know it's ambitious, but I'm an ambitious man. Don't forget to hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and yeah, most importantly, start.